What's unique about this episode is that you're the first person that I never knew before the podcast. We just met last night.
Yes.
And at a paranormal meetup, actually.
Yep.
That was put together by AJ True Crime on TikTok. And so I'm excited about it because I knew people that have come on, but I knew at least a little bit about their lives already. And I know nothing about you. Just that, you're local, you're into the paranormal, you've had some experiences, and the audience doesn't want to hear me. So I'm wondering, where do you come from and how did you get into the paranormal?
Well, I grew up in Western Springs since I was 3 years old, and I love old historic buildings. I love old architecture. I love history. Hated it when I was younger, but love it now. And things have always happened in my family, and whether it's to my mom, to me, to my daughter, to friends. And so I've just always been interested in everything from UFOs to, Mothman to just pretty much anything that's unexplained. I like trying to find out answers to the things that everybody's seeing. So
yeah, have you said that things have happened to you and your family?
Yes.
So is this are we talking ghostly related or?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And you said it started with your mom. Do you think if it's ghostly related, is this a lineage thing? Do you guys come from the same house? Or is it following you guys, or what's going on?
Well,
with that?
I've been in this. My parents have been in the same house since I was 3, but we all just have this more of a empathic type of way of life, and we've always sensed things. Say something before the other person could say it. Call at the same time. Just all that kind of things. And it just, as I got older, all of that stuff got stronger. And then I had my daughter, and my daughter started at age 2.
Seeing things?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now, do you see things?
So I have not seen things, but I have experienced things.
Okay.
So, but I haven't actually.
Is that starting from childhood?
I think I saw something when I was younger, and it was actually in town in an area where my daughter saw stuff. I remember seeing what my friend and I thought was a person, but they were all in black, and when they went through the light, they still, there was no color, shape, or, there was just nothing to their skin, and they just kept walking, closer and closer. We got freaked out, and we ran, and we were someplace where we felt a little safe, and we stood there and waited for the person, and they just disappeared.
Where was this at, in the house?
This was actually in Spring Rock Park in Western Springs.
Okay. And what was the place? Like, was it a home or was it?
No, it was in the park. We were literally, it was at night. We were swinging on the swings.
So it was like a shadow person.
Yeah, it was like a shadow person.
Okay.
So we thought it was a real person until it kept coming closer and closer. And we still just thought, well, maybe but logically, their eyes would have had to been covered in a mask too. Everything. Literally all black.
Yeah.
So.
And how old were you?
So probably grade school, junior high.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you've had a couple experiences during childhood.
So yeah. So that was mainly one of them. If I had more experiences, I don't remember a whole lot from when I was younger. But my mom had experience. She had somebody sit on her bed. She could feel and see the depression on the edge of her bed when she was in the hospital.
Is it one of those cases where like you're starting to experience things throughout childhood and you go to your mom and tell her and she starts telling you?
No, I never told her. I never told her about that.
Okay.
No. I never told her about it. So.
Okay.
And I never told her about it. And then just as I got older, like I said, more and more things were happening as far as me thinking of things and things happening, and my daughter seeing things. So it just got me really interested in just, finding out more and being able to try to capture.
Yeah, we talked before how like, you're not like and correct me if I'm wrong, you're not like a paranormal researcher per se.
No. This is something new where I've just, before the experiences and things like that, at the beginning were just a life thing. But now I just started, investigating on my own because didn't have anybody who else that was interested except for my mom. She can't get around too easily. So I've just been kind of investigating myself.
Yeah. And you said that it's more of like an empathic thing with you and your family, your mom, your daughter.
My whole family is like that. Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
What has your daughter experienced?
So when she was 2 years old, I was rocking her in the dark, and we would just sing at night, and this just was a nightly routine every time. And then I'm rocking her, and she's 2, so her vocabulary was very limited. And I'm rocking her, and she's pointing, and she goes, "Lady," and I'm like, "Lady," and I'm like, "Well, lady like a mama or lady like a nana?" Trying to figure out I was older, and she's like a nana. So I didn't have any bad feelings or anything. And I was the first grandchild and granddaughter, and my grandma was thrilled. And she just had passed just 2 years prior to that, to my daughter being born. And she would have loved that her first great grandchild was a girl. Yeah. So I don't know for sure that was her, but I feel like that was her.
Yeah.
And then my daughter started seeing. She started asking me if I saw these people or saw this man in town in Western Springs. Mm-hmm. I'd be driving, and she's like, "Did you see those people?" And and I'm driving, I'm not paying attention. "No, baby, I didn't see it." Yeah. And then the one day, I wasn't, I was on just more of the side road, and I turned, and she's like, "Did you see that man?" And I look, and I go, "What man?" I go, "What?" And there's nobody there. I said, "What did he look like?" "A shadow."
Wow. Yeah.
And so from 6 until junior high, she would see shadow people in town.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the Hat Man?
Yes.
Has she seen that?
You know what? She didn't like to talk about it. Even to this day, she's 18. She doesn't want to partake in any investigation. She doesn't want to talk about it. I think because my guess is because she saw them for so long that she knows that I'm thinking that she still has the capabilities of doing it, and she is pushing it down. I think she's afraid if she talks about it too much that she's going to start seeing them again. So.
I think that's such an underrated aspect of the paranormal. People who've had experiences, like sometimes they could be traumatic.
Yeah.
Especially for children, Yeah. There is a UFO group in the Chicagoland area called Starlight, and they help people who have been abducted by aliens and have had traumatic experiences, and not all of them traumatic. It's kind of a meetup group where you could just talk about that kind of thing. But yeah, some of them they've had traumatic experiences, and they counsel the people through it, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, I do too.
This woman named Roxana runs it, and she's great, and she's awesome, and we need more of that. We definitely need more of that because little kids experience spirits, ghostly
absolutely.
Activity, and they grow up. And I think your daughter's a great example. She doesn't want to talk about it now.
No,
it scares her.
Yeah.
So we need those kind of conversations.
Yeah, we do.
And unfortunately, we're living in a climate where we can't really talk about those things.
Right.
I think it's changing a little bit.
Yeah, but when she was little, it was how do you talk? And how do you explain that kind of thing? And it wasn't as big back then as it's now. That was, when she started seeing the shadow people, it was 12 years ago. So.
Well, I would imagine as a parent, it's difficult because you have to walk that balance of hey, I believe in ghosts, but I can't tell my child.
Right.
Yeah, you sing a spirit, you sing a dead person.
Right. No, and I let her know that I believed her because I did believe her.
Sure.
So, because the one thing that she was never a child to make things up like that or to try to get, she was an only child. She got more than enough attention. Sure. So, but the fact that she saw something when she was 2 years old, she's never done anything like that before. And then, and then she explained a little bit more. And seeing shadow figures in the house next to her friend's house. Which is right in town. And that was one of the older houses in town too, that she saw the 2 shadow figures walk out of the house.
Wow. So. How often do you still see things?
No, but I've, experienced more things lately. I was at the Mineral Springs Hotel in Alton. And then so went there and walked into the gem shop that's there as soon as you walk in the door to the right. And I was fine when I first walked in, and then I started getting like almost like if the floor is uneven, kind of like equilibrium was off, and I just thought, okay, well, the floor is uneven. But then it wasn't. I mean, no matter if I walked around, no matter if I stood still, everything is kind of moving, and I couldn't focus, and I had to hold on to something, and my daughter's shopping, and I said, I'm feeling really dizzy. I can't focus. I can't stand. I said, do you feel okay? She goes, I'm a little dizzy, but she was, shopping. And I said, you know what, I'm going to walk around. So I'm still in the hotel. I literally walked out of the store. As soon as I walked out of the store, I wasn't dizzy anymore. I was fine. Mm-hmm. So I started walking around the hotel and taking pictures and videoing. And this is the first time the second time that I ever did something like that. And this was just by myself. I mean, it's 11:30 in the afternoon. There's a couple businesses open. Most of them were closed, which there's not many there anyway. And taking pictures, taking video. She's still shopping, so I go back in there. Again, I start walking around, standing, and it got worse. And I'm, holding on. And I'm like, I can't, baby. I'm like, I got to get out of here. As soon as I walked out again, I was fine. Yeah. So then I did the same thing, took and this was just my phone, and I'm just taking pictures and videoing things, hoping I'm going to catch something. So I walk around to the one side where the ballroom is, and I started walking back, and so the door's here, and I started walking around. As soon as I walked around, as soon as my back was turned, boom, the door slammed, and it's chained. So I thought, okay, so I'm going to try to debunk this. I'm like, maybe I wasn't walking very fast and I didn't touch it. Maybe I created wind somehow, or there's wind in there. Mm-hmm. I went there and I'm jostling the door. I mean, you really had to, if you push it, it doesn't make sound. You have to slam. So I turned my video, and this is the first time I actually try to video and investigate by myself. So I'm just like, I'm walking around, I'm like, I heard that loud and clear, who did that, and video, and, even I'm walking around. So I'm not doing anything very clear, but towards the end, I stopped walking and I was videoing. So I got home and I'm thinking, I didn't catch anything by video or picture. I decided, well, I'm going to listen to the video again, and I had the volume up, and I'm like, wait a minute. So I turned the volume up, and I asked, I said, I heard that loud and clear, who did that? And I could hear a voice, I did. Oh, and wow. Then there was a hesitation. Then I swear, which freaked me out, I swear it said my daughter's name and started saying something else, but the video cut off because, I didn't know a voice was on there. I just was videoing and I cut off the video, but hopefully she won't watch this because I never told her that it said her name. So, and my daughter's name is very unique. So for it to say that kind of creeped me out a little bit.
When were you in Mineral Springs?
I'm sorry, what?
When were you?
This was last year. This was last year. So we went to St. Louis to see the Billy Joel Sting concert. Oh, nice. So and then it got canceled, so then we had to drive back. Then go back again, and so I was like, okay, well, I've always wanted to go to Alton, and even though I know my daughter doesn't like haunted things and stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm like, she doesn't have to paranormal investigate, I will, and we'll just see a few things and stuff like that. So so that's how we ended up there. So
Alton is really haunted. I mean, there's so many, as you know, there's so many locations.
Oh
there.
Yeah.
Troy Taylor, who discovered all these hauntings, he's he was from the Chicagoland area.
Oh, I didn't realize he was from Chicago.
Yeah. He was actually a tour guide in Chicago, and then he moved to Southern Illinois and started doing all this research there. And he's the one that really brought this stuff to the forefront for Southern Illinois. Yeah,
I was reading that reason a lot of the places it's so haunted there because that was the first prison, the first jail in Illinois, and when they dismantled it, they used the limestone that's the foundation of most of the buildings in town. Yeah. So, and limestone holds energy. So
yeah, there's limestone. There's a lot of Native American mounds.
Oh yeah, that too.
There that were allegedly built by, some say giants, some say a mystical race of Indians. So I think there's a couple different reasons why Southern Illinois could be haunted.
And then you've got the Mississippi, and it's such a strong, and you've got the constant water, the constant current. So
yeah. Did you get any other footage while you were there?
No, I didn't actually. I unless I'm missing something through my pictures, I didn't get to spend as much time as I wanted to there. But just a couple weeks ago, I took a trip to visit customers in Memphis, and I decided to check out the smokestacks. It's about is it Millington, maybe? It's a little northeast of Memphis, and there's smokestacks, and I guess it's a historical landmark. I didn't realize, but it was from, I guess, some sort of factory or something, but they left the smokestacks there, and it was supposed to be haunted, because I'm like, oh, I'm off work. Otherwise I'm just sit at the hotel. By the time I got there, I stupidly waited. By the time I got there, it was dark, and now I'm pulling into, there's like kind of a forested area. It almost looks like a type of, not government, but like, town thing, because there's chain link fence and there's some sort of building there, and the smokestacks are here. There's all kinds of brush, everything. So I pull up and it's completely dark. I pull up and I turn my car off and everything. And, here I've got, okay, are there cameras? Am I going to be arrested? Behind me, there's actually people, even though it's in the middle of nowhere, there was a house right across the way. And I'm like, well, there's supposed to be a little boy around the age 5 there. Thinking, I don't know why a little boy would be there at the mill, but but I'm like, it's supposed to be haunted. So I'm like, okay. So I take my phone again, and I just, and it's pitch black, so there's no video, it's just sound. And so I started talking, and since I'm new to investigating, I just sound like a moron. I'm just talking about just aimless stuff, and I remembered that, okay, the little boy's there. So I'm like, if you say something, and now I didn't have the microphone by my mouth. I had it this way. So of course there's a lot of bugs. It was just, sounds and things everywhere. And so I'm just recording, and I'm like, if there's a little boy here, if you speak into this, I'll, because I'll bring you a toy, and I fully would have, I'm like, I'll bring you a toy tomorrow and this and that or anything. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why is there a little boy here? I'm like, I go, you know what? Go be with your family. Go to the light. Go find the light. Go to the light. Be with your family. And, so I'm just recording. I didn't think anything. And I didn't stay long because I wasn't worried about any spirits. I was worried about what animals might come out of there, because I'm in the pitch black, and in Tennessee, of all places, it could be snakes, it could be coyote, who knows? And so I didn't think I caught anything. So I went to the hotel. I listened, and I'm like, I didn't. And then I realized I didn't have the sound up. So I turned the sound all the way up. And after I asked, after I said, go to the light, be with your family and all that, then there was a hesitation, and then you hear no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
did it sound like a little boy, or
no? It was like another spirit. It was, I'm guessing, it could have been, but it did not sound like a little boy. No. It sounded like an angry no.
Yeah, unless he went through puberty or something.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, unless maybe it's possible in the spirit world, but yeah, no, it was that whoever it was said no.
I'm wondering if it's a spirit that's keeping the spirit of the little boy.
And that's what I was thinking too.
There.
So, yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, that place probably needs like a cleansing or something like that to release the kid. From
and I wasn't even right. I'm here, and I should have pulled around because I didn't realize it was a landmark. So it didn't say no trespassing and things like that. But I was kind of afraid I was trespassing, so I didn't go too far. But there's brush here, there's trees, and this. I could see the smokestack, so I wasn't right at them. I was probably, kind of a distance away, but I was obviously there was something there because, and like I said, I had the thing. I knew the difference between the sounds. There's only a couple cars that went by, and there's bugs and things, but this was it. The sound was very similar to the recording that I got from Mineral Springs, where it's, so that was something interesting. And then 2 years ago, a couple of years ago, I was at the Irish Legend and went on a tour. Not one of the Halloween tours that they do with, a bunch of people, but if you pay like $25 or something like that on Fridays or Saturdays or something, you can, they'll take you on a tour. And, was in the basement, and there is they've got tunnels, because there's prohibition and all that, and it's the Irish Legend is also the old Willowbrook Ballroom, so that was
also actually across the street.
Was that across the street?
Yeah,
okay, because that's weird, because they told us that the part of the room that was the old Willowbrook
So
Willowbrook
what
Ballroom.
what it is that the tunnels in the Irish Legend basement would lead to the Willowbrook Ballroom.
Huh. Then I wonder if they were talking about maybe the bar that's in that part of the building is from the Willowbrook Ballroom, because they were specific about something about that. But
Yeah.
also in the Irish Legend, or there's that corner where they used to have funerals, where there's the stained glass there and
Right,
everything.
yeah,
But
yeah.
when I was in the basement, I just was randomly taking pictures, and I was upset with myself because I took a picture without the flash. I'm like, oh, I got to put the flash on. So I'm thinking again, this is just something new to me taking. So I did this, and I'm looking through things, and sure enough, the picture that I thought was ruined because I didn't have a flash, we're right by the crawl space, and there's this. I mean, everything's clear. Nothing is out of focus or anything, and there's this white thing that looks like it's either going in or going out of the crawl space, and there's also like a reddish reflection because across the way is the red exit sign, but there's no other explanation.
So-
I have no idea.
In that, because I know what you're talking about. In the basement, for the audience, in the
Yeah.
basement, there is a crawl space in the wall.
Yes.
And when you look in there, it's pitch black.
Yeah, it's pitch black. Yeah.
But it's like another extensive room in
Yes.
there.
Yes.
And people have said that they see images in there.
Yes. Yeah.
They've taken pictures and things show up on there.
Yep. And I
So-
didn't get anything on the inside, but it was on the outside. I mean, you could see the crawl space, and then there's there's pipes,
Right.
and there's I don't know if it's a refrigerator or some sort of metal thing or whatever, but I actually have a picture of it. It's it's this white, really big white thing. I
Yeah.
mean, nobody could. I've shown it to even skeptics. They're like, I have no idea what that is.
Can we check it out?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. The Irish Legend, as you said, it's in Willow Springs, Illinois, and it used to be mob owned. And a lot when Capone and his crew, when they got pushed out of Chicago, they went to the western suburbs, mainly Cicero, but they did branch out to other suburbs like Lyons, Willow Springs. Can you see it? Oh wow, yeah, that's interesting. Can I hold it up to
Yeah.
the camera?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You mind?
Yeah. On my old phone.
Mike, you're gonna have to tell me when you see it.
Where is it? Is it in the back?
No,
It's
do you
that
see
big
do
white
you see
thing.
the image?
That big white thing that's across there.
Here,
Right here.
Oh, did this
Oh,
picture
no,
switch?
no,
it's-
Oh, okay, because I do have a picture of what it's supposed to look like.
Here, look, Mike.
oh, so it's that
Yeah.
thing right there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, I have a picture on there too that shows what it's supposed to look like without the white thing there.
But I want you to see it on there though. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, also, if you want to send it to me too, or send it to one of us,
Okay.
like text. I'll
Yeah,
put it on
yeah, I
screen.
can do that.
Yeah, no, that's really
Yeah.
interesting. Actually, Mike,
Yeah,
actually,
'cause-
Mike, you're right. That was actually a bad idea. We should have just. My bad.
Going old school.
Yeah.
Would it,
Yeah, I know.
but you probably don't want to say over the thing what number. Should I send it to you, and you want to send it to or?
Oh yeah, but he's gonna do it in post.
Oh, okay. I was
yeah,
saying.
in
Okay,
post,
all right, cool.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you could send it to me.
Yeah,
and then
because I have a picture of what it's supposed to look like, and there's, it's not.
right.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's not supposed. There's
Yes.
nothing
So
there,
send me both
Okay,
so that we
yeah.
could
All right. Yeah.
compare them.
Yep.
But yeah, that's odd. That's like Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never even I've seen many ghost photos. I haven't seen something like that. So
No.
that's really unique. That's almost like an energy.
Yes.
Like going like this or
Yep.
something. So wow, that's interesting. Yeah. I do tours for them sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have gotten stuff in the attic, which is really interesting. Rob, were you with us one time? I think, no, I'm sorry, you weren't. That was somebody else. Oh, my bad. Screw this guy. No. We were I was with a group of people in the attic of Irish Legend, and did a little investigation. It wasn't really an investigation. We were just kind of exploring
Right.
with one of the guys that works there. And we were walking down the stairs, and all of a sudden we're hearing knocking coming from the attic that we were just at.
Oh, that's cool.
And not everybody heard it, but I heard it, and one of the other guys, he's like, what was...
I was there.
Oh, you were there?
I was there.
Oh! All right.
Written out of history.
You written out of
History is written by the victors.
Yeah. You know, we're just going to pretend you weren't there. So,
Okay, that's
Well, the group I was with, so what happened in the basement, I was just with one other person, and by the time we got to the other levels, there was just this big drunk group that was just loud and obnoxious. So
Yeah.
if there was anything up there, I mean, I took some pictures what looked like something, but I think it was more like the humidity with the light near where they said somebody hung themselves up in the attic up there.
Right.
But yeah, I think that drunk people scared anything that was up their way, but it was just actually three people, including the person who was doing the tour when I got that picture downstairs.
So I know you're in the western suburbs, so I'm gonna throw out some locations. I'm wondering if you explored them. St. James Cemetery.
No, actually, no.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Sacred Heart Cemetery.
No, I'm still new to this. I haven't really. I mean, I investigated the Grow Mill, or Growy Mill is how it's supposed to be pronounced. I just did that by myself. And
is it supposed to be Growly Mill?
It's because I was there. I unfortunately got there right at the time they were doing a demonstration. So of course there's a ton of people there. So but yeah, he was pronouncing it Growy. I've always pronounced it Grow. But
Yeah, me too.
but the right kitty corner. When I was looking through the historic pictures, one of them is a schoolhouse, and it's actually the church that's kitty corner from there, and it's got the cemetery that's right in the back, right on a hill, right up there. So that church is really old, and then there's a lot of old stones in the cemetery up there too. And they're supposed to be. I didn't experience anything. I mean, I tried, but the mosquitoes were eating me up, so I didn't stay. Like I said, I'm doing all this stuff by myself, and so so I took pictures and everything. Actually, I possibly caught something, but I can't explain it yet. So I just was looking at it earlier today. It's possibly something, but I would have to kind of go there and then try to take a picture and look to see if it's something, or if it was just something in the background. But it kind of looks like there's something peeking behind a tree. So
yeah, it's always good. Like when I do ghost tours, I always tell the people, like, take multiple pictures at the same time.
Yep.
Because you need to compare and contrast.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, and I have 3, and I was looking at the timestamp, and they're all at the same time. 2 of them, slightly, like camera, I kind of moved it slight, but the figure is at one position, then it looks like it's starting to go back behind the tree, and then when I there's another picture when I'm a little bit further, and whatever was there wasn't there. So I mean that length of time went by, but I couldn't see what I saw in those pictures. So like I said, it could have been a space or something in the trees behind there. I'd have to go there and take pictures to see if I can try to debunk it. And if I can't, then it very well could be something that was peeking behind the tree. But it wasn't near me. It was further in the back. I mean, it was only because I'm just, I know that I need to go through the picture several times. You really need to,
exactly,
to zoom in and look. And it wasn't until I zoomed, I'm like, what the hell is that? So and then I flipped the next picture, and I saw basically almost the same exact picture, but it looked like it was behind the tree a little more, and then another picture in that direction, and there was nothing there.
Yeah.
So
okay, yeah, you always gotta really try to debunk it, because there's so many people that are just like, oh, I got some. Just yesterday when we were at the bar.
I forgot this stuff happened to me at the bar too.
Oh, what happened at the bar?
There's the mirror with the portals that AJ brought, and
we should say for the audience that we were at Little Bar in the north side of Chicago, and it was a paranormal meetup, so there was some paranormal items there. But go ahead.
Yeah, and so a few different things. So he had the REM pod next to it, and he had it on the least sensitive thing. So here's the mirror. You touch the mirror, it wouldn't go off. As soon as get to the just slight. I mean, seriously, it's like the spirit. No, exact. As soon as you get like not even an inch past the corner, it just would go crazy. It would go crazy to here, and then you go further. No, it only cared that you touched up here, and it would just go insane. So I was playing around with that because I'm trying to figure out how the hell is that possible? I mean, I'm the furthest away. I mean, and why is it like maybe the portal's actually in that corner and it's freaking out?
Yeah.
So I stopped and I was just standing there, and all of a sudden I felt I felt something touch. I mean, to the point where I thought somebody bumped into me, or I bumped into somebody.
You said that, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I felt the pressure. I felt pressure on my arm, just like if somebody was, like pushing me. And so I turned and I don't know if but my arm just, here's the mirror, and my arm, it was like there. So my arm was in, facing that mirror. But yeah, I mean, to the point where I just kept looking. I'm like, it was significant.
Yeah, because I was like facing your direction, and there was nobody around you.
Yeah, no.
And then you turned around and said like somebody touched my arm.
Yeah, and I'm looking, I'm like, somebody touched my arm.
Yeah.
So, and I was asked if is it cold, is it hot? I'm like, no, it was, and weird enough, it was hard to explain. It's like almost like it touched the outside of my jacket, but at the same time underneath. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know. Yeah. It was just something different. It was, yeah.
Like it went through it, like it touched it.
Yeah, it through, but it wasn't cold or hot or anything. Yeah. But like it pressed, but it went through my jacket and pressed into my arm as opposed to on top of my jacket.
Right.
So.
And what AJ was doing there is he brought the mirror because he was, the idea of that mirrors can create portals. Yeah. So he had the REM pod, which is it detects electromagnetic disturbances in the area. So he was putting that by a portal possibly, right?
Right.
So, and then you said something happened with the doll that he brought.
Oh yeah, well, and also that cross thing. I forget what that thing is.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He brought a. What was it called, Rob? He brought the crucifix, but you could open it up.
And it's got little candles.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I actually do have one of those, but I don't know what they're called.
I don't know what it's called, but I know it's for healing sick people.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, so basically it's a crucifix, but you open it up, and it has candles in it and holy water, right?
Yeah, and he didn't tell us anything about it other than, somebody gave it to him or whatever. So I was, holding it, and I didn't think anything of it because, I felt like a pin went through it, like through my heart, but I thought, okay, well, it was a different, more than like, just like a twinge. It was something different.
You have a picture of it?
Yeah, it's called a sick call crucifix.
Yeah,
what's it called?
Or part of the Last Rites kit.
What's it called?
It's called a sick call crucifix.
Sick call for crucifix?
Yeah, it's like a tongue twister. Sick call crucifix. Sick call crucifix.
If somebody's sick, they're not going to be able to pronounce that.
I need the call.
Yeah, right.
The crucifix with
and
the
then they die.
Yeah, before you.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I did,
and it's your own fault too, because you couldn't say the
supposedly that is what happened afterwards, actually. So that's what we found. So
the other name for it is called Last Rites Kit as well.
Oh, okay.
So it's got two names.
And that's what it did to people. Anyway, so I didn't say anything. I was like, but I did, and then I felt anxiety, and I didn't say anything about feeling like a needle went through my heart, and I don't remember her name. I'm very bad with names, but when she held it, she said she felt, or actually I don't even think she was holding it at the time. I think before she even held it, she said she felt like, and because I didn't say anything, she felt like something poked her, and she pointed exactly where. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't say anything because I just thought it was. I go, that's exactly what happened to me too. So I thought that was weird. So and then so I don't know. So AJ said that the doll Michael, he likes to mess with electronics. So I'm taking pictures and doing things and stuff, and I'm just taking, I have no other mode, just taking picture mode, and I'm not touching and flipping things, and it kept turning to different modes. It would go to night mode. It would go on timer. It would just do random stuff. And so I'm like, what is going on? And then I'm thinking, I wonder if Michael is messing with this. Right. So then AJ was taking pictures, like, oh, I got to redo it. I went on timer. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, that's what mine's been doing too. So it
was a haunted clown doll.
Yeah. So, and also, we all swear that we saw it move too. In fact, that's one of the reasons I walked over there, because there was nobody touching it, and it shifted. And I'm looking at it going, did I see what I saw? And, so I'm looking at him, and, and I'm thinking, I'm like, we asked it a bunch of questions. It didn't want to answer. The spirit ball was there or anything, but, so I didn't think anything of it either. So I left, and, my GPS was all messed up. Like, it kept telling me wrong directions. Luckily, I'm somewhat familiar with the area. It literally is telling me that to go left when the exit was on the right. So I had to miss that. So then I go. So I knew that I have to go this way, and then I can get off and start. So I get off and exit. It's telling me again to go left when I know the exit. When I know I have to get back on is on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And then even today, trying to get here. So I'm familiar with the area, but I wanted to put in GPS just so I could make sure the fastest route to get here, so I could be here on time. And then it was telling me that there I have, which also aids in and paranormal stuff in Western Springs. It's the Forest Preserve, and then there's Salt Creek and everything there too.
Yep.
So there's a gravel path that's for the forest rangers or whatever and stuff. So when I put everything in, it's telling me that I'm in the forest. And because I'm thinking, like, gravel road, I'm like, there hasn't been a gravel road where I live since before my house was built. And so I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, oh my God, it thinks I'm over there. So it's turning around, and but just, it's still on the way here, just kept telling me to do different things. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, good thing I know how to get here, because it wouldn't, if I had to follow it, I don't know where the hell I would be.
So, and that's what the doll has done before. With
I guess he said that
people.
it likes to mess with electronics. It's one of its big things is to mess with electronics.
Yeah. And has your GPS done that previously?
No.
So just, it was after
Yeah.
holding Michael to calm down.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we know why that doll was haunted? Did he say? I don't remember.
I don't remember him saying it.
Yeah. Yeah. AJ collects haunted dolls. Yeah, that I know. And he brought Michael yesterday. But that's funny. Well, and annoying.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, no.
Wait, but you were saying that it was the GPS was saying you were in the forest?
It not saying it, but I don't even know if I tried to get a picture, but I also at the same time was just like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
It just showed that it showed I was there, and so here I am, and I'm supposed to be turning left. It's saying I'm over here and I'm supposed to turn right.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it was, and then just like last night, it's telling me, I'm here, and it's telling me, blah blah blah, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to just stay. I don't know. I mean, some of that could have been confused because of all the construction on 294 over there, but this wasn't. I mean, I've used my GPS a zillion times from my house. It's never told me I was in the middle of Bemis Woods. So
yeah, you know what I asked that because there are paranormal stories where they'll be using a compass of some sort to get somewhere, and then that compass will lead them in a different direction. Like the true north isn't where it's supposed to be.
Right.
So it's the idea that paranormal activity disrupts electromagnetic fields.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's
it's possible. I mean, so one of the things that happened a few years ago, my house, I bought it as is, so things are falling apart, breaking, and all this stuff. So for about a month and a half, 2 months, I kept wishing that my house would burn down so that I could have a brand new house because everything's broken. Granted, not with us in it, but I was like, my luck, my house is going to start on fire, but then it's going to go out and the neighbor's house is going to go on fire. Okay.
Right.
So I was saying this for about a month and a half. So my friend and I are putting up, my daughter's putting up a trampoline and everything. So, and my whole family knew that I was saying this stuff. Okay, so my dad calls and he's like, your brother's house is on fire. I'm like, start laughing. I'm like, it's very funny day. He goes, no, there are 6 different fire departments here. He lives in Western Springs.
Wow.
So yeah, during the same time I was wishing my house would burn. So I kind of have to be careful of what I say.
Yeah, that's why they say you got to be
in Western Springs, got to be careful what you say.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is your brother okay?
Yeah, luckily they had not moved in yet. They were still in their townhouse, and they only had a few belongings and stuff there. But yeah, so their house burned down. They got a brand new house inside.
That's intense. Yeah. Especially you being empathic, you really do have to be careful.
Yeah, no, seriously. And things got stronger as I got older. So that was one of, besides the fact that I'd be pissed off at somebody in my past and everything. And I'm like, and then sure enough, I see that person. But it's happened more and more. I mean, I was just in, Texas, and my daughter has a couple friends that, hopefully will not be watching this. Have a couple of friends that go to the same school she does, and so we're just in Target shopping and everything, and there was just something we're talking about, and I was saying out loud, I was like, oh, just something to the fact about one of the people she went to school with. It was nothing bad, but it was just something about something being expensive, and like, I can't believe that the mom would pay for that. I sure can't afford that type of thing and stuff like that out loud. So we're shopping, and we are walking around, and the daughter was there, and her mom was in the store somewhere. So I'm like, are you kidding me? We're in a different state. We're Illinois all the way to Texas, and sure enough, I mean, yeah, they go to the same school, but so do how many thousands of kids.
Right,
and
yeah.
how are they all, how are we just happen to be at that Target, and I just have to be, I don't like to talk bad about people or talk anything, but they had money. I was just really surprised. I was like, because I was saying, I'm like, wasn't talking bad. I was like, well, good thing I didn't say anything to that mom, because I would have been embarrassed, because they ended up buying the thing, and so it was more like on my part, like, but then I embarrassed myself, because I don't know, hopefully they didn't hear, but they ended up being there. That stuff happens all the time. Just like when you called me today, my ringer was off.
Yeah. We talked about that earlier. That I just happened to call because I had a guest that canceled, and then I called you, and your ringer was off, but you just happened to pick up your phone right when I was calling you, so you were able to see it.
Yep.
Like that's.
Otherwise, I would have not. Yeah. I mean, I would have missed it. So.
You were supposed to be
there.
there.
And stuff like that happens. I mean, just all the time, just almost every day.
Well, that's the thing with the paranormal. Like, more than anything in the paranormal, it's there's a lot of synchronicity, more than sightings, more than visions. There's a lot of synchronicity that takes place. Actually, there is a psychologist called Carl Jung, and he talked about the paranormal a lot, and he wrote an essay called "The Paranormal and Synchronicity." So yeah, they really go hand in hand.
Would sleep paralysis be in that same area too?
All of it would be.
Oh, because I get bad sleep paralysis,
Do you?
Especially in the house that I live in now. Yeah.
What happens during the sleep paralysis?
The first couple times it happened, it was just somebody walking around, couldn't tell who it was. I just assumed it was an ex or anything, and so didn't think anything of it. And then the most significant thing to me was once in a while I have my daughter's cat and dog over at my house. They're not mine, they're her dad's, but when they go on vacation, I'd watch them. So I felt, which I thought was the cat, and thought Gabe was jumping on my bed and then going sitting on my chest, and then realized it was a demon. I started saying the Lord's Prayer and pushing it off. Then
What made you think it was a demon?
Just the shape, and just the sense, just everything. It was just the shape of it, what I perceived as the face, and I just pushed off and said the Lord's Prayer. I wasn't even afraid. I was just like, get the heck off of me.
Right.
And then fell asleep on the couch one day, and it looked more like a gargoyle, like demon gargoyle, and it's jumping on the couch next to me, laughing its butt off. So I have enough sense where I'm holding the pillow, and I grab the pillow and get myself out of it. I'm like, oh man. So fall back asleep. The damn gremlin, whatever, the gargoyle thing, demons jumping up and down and jumping up again. So I pull myself out of it. I'm like, I need some sleep. Go back to bed. Same thing. And the next time I pulled myself out, and I'm like, okay, I walked around. So I just stop.
Yeah.
Then, it happened again, only couldn't see it, but it was talking in tongues. And again, it was like 3 or 4 times by the time I decided I need to get up, walk around, move around so it stops. Mm-hmm. So I told my friend that, and she's somebody who she just wakes up out of the blue at 3 a.m. to pray. So she prayed for me. I wasn't having any experiences really in a while. And then I only had one slight one. I fell asleep, and I could hear flies and everything buzzing around my head, and woke up and got myself out of that, because I also know what, flies and everything mean too. It's all connected. So
yeah, there's this old concept called the old hag syndrome, where people will experience sleep paralysis. They'll open their eyes and they see like an old hag or a gremlin type being on top of their chest, pressuring them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, the footprints, and then on top, and I could feel it almost felt like a cat would curl up and sit, but there was no old woman or anything like that for me.
Now, do you feel Do you feel confident to say that this is more based in reality as opposed to a dream?
This was definitely not a regular dream. This was
Yeah.
definitely sleep paralysis. Absolutely sleep paralysis. So, and like I said, it happened one time when I was at my parents' house too. That was one of my first sleep paralysis. And I think it might have happened once maybe at my Carol Stream house, but it's happened quite a bit at the house that I live in now. But it's definitely not a dream, and it's definitely not. It's that the best way, just like in between sleep, in between awake type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But enough where I have the sense where I can, most of the time, if I can get myself to pull myself out of it. So
Do you adhere to any specific faith?
Christian. I mean, I was baptized Catholic. I was confirmed Lutheran.
Sure.
I haven't been to church in a long time, but I do believe in the Holy Trinity, and so.
Yeah. Do you practice or
Yeah, I mean, I pray and everything. I just haven't
Yeah.
been to church in a while, but I pray
Yeah.
pray quite a bit. Yes.
Yeah. Why would these things be around you?
That I don't have any idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it is tied to. Well, if you would talk to some of the people I know, especially one of my good friends, say it's a spiritual war that's going on, and people who have good hearts and who also can sense things more than other people are going to be attacked more.
Yeah.
And I think it especially pisses them off when you're not afraid, because during all of those things, I was never afraid. I got pissed. Like, and literally I'm like, I need to sleep. Just shut up. I'm like, there was not one point I was afraid. I was just pissed off that it was bothering me.
Yeah.
So.
I think the people that told you that are correct, because I think when you're empathic, the line between this world and the next is thinner, because you guys are closer to the other side. So naturally, these other entities would be closer to you and, bother you and stuff like that.
Yeah. At the same token, I also, shortly after my sister died, I had, for the first couple of years, all kinds of signs that my sister was around. Even my daughter was recognizing it and everything. So it's not that I just sense the bad stuff. I sense, see all that kind of things and stuff too. And so does my daughter.
When did she pass?
She passed in 2015.
How'd she pass?
Bile duct cancer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
you felt her when she...
Yeah,
when
she would show signs all the time. Literally, it used to be 34th Street Fishery over here. That was her favorite restaurant. So we'd go there all the time. So one day, shortly after, within the year that she passed, we went to the restaurant, and it's just not even a block down over here. Car pulled in front of me. My sister's name is Lori, Laurie. Kid you not. The license plate, Laurie.
Wow, yeah.
Not even a block away from Chin's,
Yeah.
and we followed it almost halfway home.
That's awesome.
And my daughter and I looked at each other, and my daughter was, you're talking about, it's 2015, so that was, she's been past 10 years. So my daughter is 18. She was 8, and she's like, Mom, I'm like, she's like, Lori. I'm like, Aunt Lori. I'm like, yeah, Aunt Lori.
Yeah.
So
I just got back from last week, a near-death experience conference that I was there for a week, and I'm hearing people that have had near-death experiences, shared death experiences, what's called after-death communication, and that would be an example of that, after-death communication. Okay. The idea that spirits want to contact their loved ones, and they do it through synchronicities like that. Okay. Because they're obviously they can't just appear. Who knows why? Maybe they don't have enough energy, but things are set in motion in our plane of existence to communicate with those that we love. So that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah,
it really was. So there was several signs, especially the first couple of years after she passed. So
yeah. Do you have any upcoming places you're gonna check out?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the haunted objects event. That's in a few weeks. That's in a few weeks. That AJ is doing, and then I'm gonna be doing the Bluff City tour, then also Bachelor's Grove. Okay. So I'm planning to do more, but just trying to pace myself, make sure I can fit all this stuff in. Yeah. So, but yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do. I just just used to doing the things by myself, so I want to meet people and get and do things that, where there's, not just me wandering around a graveyard.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I did that during the day. I mean, I'm not opposed to wandering around a graveyard at night, but I mean, it doesn't sound as much fun when you're just doing it by yourself as when you're with someone else. So,
Well, I'm glad that that we met because
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to introduce you to the whole community.
Oh, that'd be great.
These guys, and it goes to investigate, except for that son of a bitch over there. He doesn't. But we all go to investigate, and we do all sorts of stuff in the paranormal, and we're all close to each other. So this is exciting.
yeah, that's awesome. I would love that because
Yeah.
I only have a couple. I really don't have any, paranormal equipment. I've got some, cat balls, spirit balls, and I think I have an EMF detector. I don't know where the heck it's at though, but I have it somewhere I need to find. But
Yeah.
it's me, just basically me and my cell phone taking pictures, video, taking,
Sure. Yeah.
that's
Well, I
about
mean,
it.
that's all you really need, honestly. You don't need all that expensive equipment. It's nice. It's certainly nice, but I mean, ghost hunters decades ago were just using a tape recorder, a pad of paper, and a film camera.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I mean, and I'm just by myself, and the few times that I've done this, I've captured something, so it can't be, it can't be
Yeah.
half bad. So
Yeah.
yeah. So no, I enjoy it. It keeps me busy, and it gets, meeting like-minded people, which I think is awesome.
Yeah,
So.
no, that is the best part because as you'll see, it's a community. So and like every community, there's drama in the community.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
But there's also a lot of fun and a lot of great people and stuff.
That's awesome.
And but yeah, hey Jen, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
This was awesome. Did I tell you this would be nice?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
nice. Yes, yeah, I enjoyed myself. So
Yeah, no,
thank you. I
and
enjoyed myself.
we'll be talking more, and sometime we'll have you back on the podcast too.
Great.
Once
thank
you have more experiences, and
Yes, I hope to have lots more.
oh, I'm sure you will. But yeah, thank you so much for coming, and I look forward to seeing more of you. So thank you.
Thank you.